Forrest Gump is a fictional story written by Winston Groom and created into a film by director Robert Zemeckis. The strong storylines includes the life of a few characters but is based on telling the story of Forrest Gump becoming a boy to man. Forrest Gump has both mental and physical disabilities which include slow mental cognitive development, an extremely low IQ, and a bent spine, which mean he struggles to walk and has an obvious limp. The media piece's purpose is to depict the challenges that come with having a mental and a physical disability, but also demonstrates that having a disability does not have to hold you back from having a normal life. It is clear that both author Winston and director Robert purposely display Forrest's mental and physical disabilities throughout the film. The first display of Forrest's mental disability is when he is denied access into a mainstream school after taking an IQ test. His mental disability is continued throughout the film by including a plot that shows Forrest is lost with his direction in life past school and involves himself in many different careers. They show that he is easily influenced and pushed into job ventures based off other people's input. This is depicted by Forrest firstly going to college for football, the US Army to fight in the Vietnam War, and then becomes a professional ping pong player. They also display his low IQ and slow cognitive development into adulthood, with Forrest struggling to work and converse with other adults, and also chasing childhood friend Jenny as he still feels like he needs to protect her. I believe that the film Forrest Gump displays disability mainly in a negative light. Some of the negative depictions of disability include Forrest's mum selling her body for Forrest to be accepted into school, schoolmates bullying and chasing Forrest, and members of the public staring and ignoring Forrest when he makes attempts to converse with them. Also, when Forrest joins the US Army, it is clear that he is basically bossed around, scared, made fun of, and is forced into a career that requires more physical skills than mental. These aspects of the film are examples that demonstrate to viewers that being disabled can have negative impacts on your life and the way that you are treated. Forrest's disabilities are depicted in the film by poor grammar, incorrect pronunciation, and childlike language and sentences. Also, when Forrest has his leg braces on, members of the public stare and laugh at his attempts to walk. There are mainly two stereotypes within the film, which include high-class people who judge those with disabilities. This is demonstrated by Forrest being ignored and excluded from daily activities. Forrest's mother and friend Jenny are an example of the stereotype who are accepting of Forrest's disabilities. Both support him and do not define him by his disability. It is depicted in the film that society can view people with a disability differently. In the film, majority of the characters look at him like he is a child due to his low IQ. In the case of minority groups, those with physical disabilities may be able to recognize being treated differently, missed opportunities, and not fitting in. However, in this film, Forrest's mental disability means he is unable to comprehend being treated differently. He is open and happy to express his life and often brushes off anyone who is rude or disregards him. I believe that this film is somewhat accurate in displaying how disabilities can affect someone's life but is over-exaggerated. It does not promote inclusive community education or media. It is useful, however, in demonstrating that mental disabilities do not mean that you have to miss out on opportunities in life. It also shows that they are normal people and do not need to be treated differently but rather gently. It does not promote an inclusive environment for Forrest, as from the beginning of the film with Forrest's mum selling her body for his entry to school and shows Forrest struggling to make friends. Statistics from the Australian Network of Disability state that over 4.4 million people in Australia have some form of a disability. That's 1 in 5 people and includes 17.8% of females and 17.6% of males. Through reading literature, I have learned that a disability can be defined as an impairment in physical or mental functions. I have also learned that identifying impairment is not a predicative of how the person functions, their status in society, or their ability. It is necessary to understand that a disability does not exclude a person from daily life and groups, and rather we should seek to understand and create successful interventions to help those with a disability. Further reading of literature, I have also learned that inclusivity of those with a disability is more than just encouraging them and inviting them to participate in everyday activities. Inclusivity should include set policies and practices in community settings to support those with and without a disability. Those with a disability should also be included in general life opportunities such as studying, employment, relationships, using public spaces, and public transport.